Your stories, our community. This is Local 5 News with Aaron Davison and meteorologist Chad Raeflisberger.
Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Aaron Davison. Tom Zalaski has the night off. We begin tonight with breaking news. 2 young girls have been airlifted to local hospitals after a 2-vehicle crash in the town of Oneida this evening. The collision happened at the intersection of County Highway C and County Highway EE just after 7 tonight. Officials say a 39-year-old Green Bay man failed to stop at a stop sign, hitting a vehicle driven by a 58-year-old Dale man. 3 young girls who were with the Green Bay man were injured, with 2 of them going to the hospital. The extent of their injuries is unknown.
The collision caused the vehicles to enter through the ditch and into the parking lot. The Wisconsin State Patrol is assisting us with reconstruction of the scene, so it'll be a few hours before we'll be able to open it up.
The Green Bay man was arrested for operating a vehicle while intoxicated. Stick with Local 5 on air and online as updates become available. In other local news, a meeting will be held tomorrow at City Hall in Oshkosh to provide property owners with more information about a proposed transportation fee that would affect all residents. Local 5's Rhonda Fox previews this meeting.
City Hall will host a public meeting to discuss a proposed transportation fee in Oshkosh.
The transportation fee is a mechanism to replace special assessments related to paving projects.
Right now, a portion of street reconstruction projects are specially assessed and charged to nearby property owners. But the city is looking to charge $4.50 per month to offset these special assessments.
We buy car insurance, we buy health insurance, we buy insurance for lots of things, but there's nothing out there to try to protect us as property owners from the costs associated with special assessments for a street reconstruction project.
Now, it's important to know assessments will not entirely go away with this proposed transportation fee. However, assessments will be greatly reduced.
There's one property owner, when they received their estimate for this year, it was approximately $11,200. If this proposal is approved, their estimate will be about $3,000.
Since property owners in Oshkosh are already billed monthly for water, sewer, and storm, the transportation fee would be attached to those utilities.
It's not that it's related to any of those functions, it's just that's an existing mechanism that we have in place already that is billing property owners monthly.
Reporting in Oshkosh, Rhonda Fox, Local 5 News.
Now, this transportation fee would only affect concrete or asphalt-related projects. The meeting will take place at 5 tomorrow night at City Hall in Oshkosh. In Green Bay news, a representative from the Environmental Protection Agency was in Green Bay today to thank the city's water workforce. David Ross is the agency's assistant administrator for water, and he came in from Washington, D.C. to give a speech at the Jack Day Center. Ross thanked the Green Bay Water Utility, whose staff is currently working to remove all lead pipes in the city by January of 2021.
It makes us feel very proud. We have been working very, very hard over the last 3.5 years to remove our lead surfaces and to clean our system, and we have done that. And our whole utility has worked hard to do that. And for Dave Ross to be here from Washington, D.C. to recognize those efforts is huge for us.
After his speech, Ross took a tour of the city's wastewater treatment plant. The Green Bay Water Utility told us that their lead pipe removal project is ahead of schedule. Making headlines out of Door County tonight, Sturgeon Bay's historic grain elevator is now back to its original location on the west side of the bay. After a little over a year, the granary is back on the west side of the Oregon Street Bridge. Community members lined the streets to watch the century-old structure make its way across the bridge today. Last March, the granary made the trip in reverse in order to avoid a raise order by the city's fire chief. The Sturgeon Bay Historical Society stepped in to save the structure and has been working since to restore the building.
We're so relieved and so happy that it's actually happening and that it's going to go back over, and hopefully all the talk is going to be positive about the things that are going to be happening in the future now.
The granary is now resting on a temporary foundation. Eventually, the plan is to rebuild the bottom floor of the building. Keeping it local tonight, hundreds of teens and adults from across the Midwest have made Northeast Wisconsin their home for the week. As Local 5's Paul Evenson explained, it's all part of a week-long volunteer camp called Teen Serve.
More than 200 teens and adults have arrived in the Seymour area to pound, paint, and serve the surrounding community.
You might have a kid from Ohio, another one from Wisconsin, one from Minnesota, another from Iowa. So it builds those bridges between people, between denominations.
Teen Serve is an interdenominational Christian volunteer home repair organization headquartered in Indiana that's completed projects on over 2,000 homes in their 20-year history.
This house, we're doing some painting, we're building a wheelchair ramp, repairing a deck.
The week-long camp will provide more than $150,000 of free home repairs to local residents, made possible by thousands of volunteer labor hours. For team leaders like Tim Hill and his wife Linda, as well as student volunteers like Brian Shaber, Teen Serve has become a family affair.
Mom's been going for 10 years, I've been going for 6, my little sister's going for 2, and we just brought our cousin for her first year.
The volunteers, who not only work together, also eat, sleep, and take part in camp programs together, allowing them to build their own bonds along the way.
It really refreshes your spirit and faith in youth, because they're just top-notch kids.
It's that fellowship, that bonding that we have, experiences that we've shared in the past that I enjoy a lot here.
Reporting in the village of Nichols, Paul Evenson, Local 5 News.
And all of the materials for the Teen Serve camp are donated by the community. This is the first time since 2011 that Teen Serve has been back to Wisconsin. And in Green Bay, a different group of teenagers from across the Midwest have come to the area to help those in need of home repair. In all, 290 students will provide free home maintenance and repair at 45 work sites for the next 6 days. This group is organized by Group Mission Trips, which brings Christians into different communities to give them the chance to serve.
How that can maybe be some hope for a resident who hasn't had an opportunity or doesn't have the means to get their house painted or get out of their house, you know, because they need a handicap ramp. So.
This is the third time Global Mission Trips has brought young Christians to our area to serve in the community. Thornberry Creek Golf Course is set once again to host a major women's golf tournament. Still ahead, a look at the economic boost the tournament brings to the city of Green Bay. And Green Bay Phoenix star Sandy Cohen will get his shot at the NBA. Sports with a story later on.
And rain showers and a few storms continue for a few locations this evening, and more rain is the forecast on Tuesday. We will time out those rain chances coming up in the Storm King 5 forecast.
You're watching Local 5 News with Tom Zalaski and Aaron Davison.